Through its fantastical imagery and dramatic tone, Heavenly Creatures contains the closest ties to Jackson's future work, most notably the magical realism of the murder mystery The Lovely Bones from 2009. Jackson's next project, 1995's television documentary Forgotten Silver, told the story of a forgotten New Zealand filmmaker from the silent era. Despite its seeming authenticity, which is said to have fooled numerous viewers, the film's subject was completely fictional, his believability a testament to Jackson's skills. While writing Heavenly Creatures, Jackson and Walsh were commissioned by Hollywood director Robert Zemeckis to write a script for a Tales from the Crypt spin-off film. However, Zemeckis later decided the script was better suited to Jackson's sensibilities. The resulting film, 1996's The Frighteners, told the story of a con-man psychic investigator with the ability to communicate with ghosts, who comes across a benevolent spirit on a killing spree. The Frighteners was a massive undertaking for Weta's digital department, but ultimately proved the company was capable of Hollywood-scale special effects which would be necessary in adapting the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, Jackson's following endeavor. Although Peter Jackson's filmmaking roots seem to lie in stark contrast to his more acclaimed work, the progression portrays a director of ever-growing ambition and uninhibited vision. An underlying theme throughout The Lord of the Rings is of courage in the face of insurmountable odds, a courage Jackson would need, and evidently had, all along.
Boom.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
It really takes you in, really, like, in a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of the Lord of the Rings?
Not the spin-off Hobbit stuff so much, but yeah, I like the original trilogy. I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, they're very long, especially the last one. I remember having like 5 fake endings. You know, where you're like, oh, this is done. Nope.
No, it's still going.
Nope.
It's still going. Wait, no, it's still going.
Yeah, but I mean, of course, they're a spectacle.
Oh yeah, I remember I tried. We went to my friend's house and I had brought all 3 of them. And I was like, we're gonna watch all 3 of them tonight. We're pulling an all-nighter. We're gonna go to the 7-Eleven, go buy some Mountain Dew, and stay up all night. And then we got like halfway through the first one and fell asleep. I was like, man. I woke up the next day. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that was a fucking fail.
That's funny. Yeah, well, I just feel like they cram so much into one.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is just, it's like an all-day thing just to watch one of them.
Yeah, because each one is like 2.5, right?
Or maybe 3.
Maybe more, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so long.
But
they're good.
They're, long. That's probably the only downside to them, honestly.
Yeah. It's cool to be like sucked into that world, though.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Do you want to do some swan facts?
Hell yeah.
Swan facts.
Alright, so Michael was the only actor considered for Frank.
Really?
Yeah. They, when they, finished the script, I guess Robert Zemeckis was like, I think, because of Back to the Future, he was like, I think Fox would be
perfect.
Yeah, would be perfect for the role. And Peter Jackson really didn't fight him on it. He sent Fox the script, and then they went from there.
Do you think Michael would have done it if it was a Tales from the Crypt?
I don't know. That's the interesting thing, is I don't think that this feels like Tales from the Crypty.
Yeah.
It's a little too funny.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of those, like the episodes and the movies, they have like a comedic thing to them, but not
so much
not the way
level.
that this is. Yeah. I don't know if they just went a different direction and it would have been different had they put it under the Tales from the Crypt banner.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an interesting question. I don't know. I really don't know. But I mean, I will say that a lot of celebrities got their start in Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
You know, like Brad Dourif, Demi Moore, Bill Paxton.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of actors came out in those seasons.
Nice.
Got to go back and watch them. And
Yeah, I do. I haven't watched those in forever. They used to scare the crap out of me.
Yeah.
I think more just like more the intro than anything scared me. I remember watching those at my grandma's house at night.
Going down the when you're like know where you're going.
Yeah.
Down the stairs. Into the basement.
Like, why am I watching this?
Of this huge, yeah.
It's just like the laugh and everything was just so it's so creepy to me. Like I said, I wasn't a huge
horror
spooky movie kind of guy growing up.
Until now.
Yeah.
I'm a bad influence. Danny Elfman, the film's composer, which I think that this film has a very fantastical element to it.
He's really good at that
with the music.
Yeah.
Yes. Liked Jackson's previous film Heavenly Creatures so much that he offered up his services for the director's future films, which included Frighteners. So he actually signed on to do Frighteners without having even known what it was about.
That's cool. Right on.
Michael performed all his own stunts, even breaking his foot while filming in the forest at night.
Damn.
I guess Peter actually was kind of glad that this happened because it gave him some. I think Michael J. Fox was out for about a week, letting his foot heal so he could walk normally again, at least, or work on it. And in that time, Peter Jackson worked on the script.
Okay.
And I guess he rewrote some stuff that he didn't really like or didn't think worked on the screen, and then he did some editing of the scenes while they had some downtime. So that's pretty cool.
It worked out, yeah.
Yeah, right. Producer of and Back to the Future director Robert Zemeckis and Peter Jackson wanted a Halloween 1996 release for the film, but the studio, which was Universal, wanted a summer release, a move that would prove fatal as the movie flopped that year.
Yeah, that's what you told me. I think
because they spent all this money on what was then high grade special effects.
Yeah.
And nobody went to go watch it.
That sucks.
I think it was really they definitely should have marketed it for October.
Oh yeah, because you don't really think of spooky movies.
Well, Conjuring and some more big budget horror films, they will try to hit you with a summer release sometimes, which is weird. I don't really like that. Sometimes it'll.
It's just because it's not really in the season. Mm-hmm. You're not really in the mood for that, and
It depends. Yeah, depends if you really, really want to see it.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah,
I guess.
Sure.
Moving on, Weta Digital Limited, which is Peter Jackson's studio or effects studio that he always uses, actually had to increase their computers from 1 to 35 in order to keep up with the effects demand for the film, although the increase would come in handy for their next project, Lord of the Rings.
Wow.
How interesting is that? They go from this, and then Fellowship of the Ring was like
That's crazy. They must have learned a few tricks, in that little short time frame. From then until Lord of the Rings or the Fellowship.
Yeah, because Fellowship has a lot of heavy makeup.
Yeah.
And just crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, definitely.
Actress Trini Alvarado got so many bruises during filming, the makeup crew had to take pictures in order to help with continuity.
Wow. That's a nice makeup. Oh no, that's real.
Michael J. Fox would mess up his lines, often referring to the character Judge as Doc, which we all know.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, he does look like him. Oh, man. Doc!
Which is a character we all know in Back to the Future.
Doc Brown.
Who's played by Christopher Lloyd. The film wasn't released in Tasmania due to the Port Arthur massacre, which had many similarities to the content of the film at the time.
Oh, okay.
But I guess eventually it was broadcast over TV and whatnot. But out of respect, they didn't do it.
It's understandable.
And then my final one is what's his name? Charles Starkweather, the real-life killer referenced in the movie, killed 11 people and 2 dogs during a nearly 2-month killing spree. His 14-year-old girlfriend, Kirill Ann Fugate, accompanied him for and participated in most of the killings. He was caught, tried, convicted, and executed by electric chair in a 17-month span. Kirill Ann Fugate was not executed but sentenced to a life term in prison. She was paroled after serving 17 years.
Oh, shit.
So she's
out there
walking the streets.
Oh, watch out, guys.
Yeah, and that's my Swan facts.
Making me paranoid. Just my luck, she's my neighbor.
So, any thoughts on the film? Any more thoughts?
No, if you guys are just listening to this and you haven't watched it, even though I had a little bit of negative words to say about some graphics, but definitely check it out. This movie is highly entertaining and it's fun. It's really fun. I mean, it's the Swans movie, so you know it's good.
Yeah, I thought it was cool because it's a crazy throwback to a guy who's really not known for this type of work.
And that's what surprised me about it too. When you sent me the trailer for this,
you're just like, this is
a movie?
This is a Peter Jackson?
Yeah, like Lord of the Rings? This looks nothing like that. But yeah, no, it was surprising to see him in this type of movie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But definitely check it out.
I think you can stream it everywhere. That if anywhere you stream movies, you should be able to rent.
iTunes
you should be able to rent it for a couple $. I don't think it's streaming anywhere right now
for free.
But I think they're coming up on. If it hasn't already passed, I think it's got an anniversary.
They might release something maybe. That'd be cool.
You might be getting something.
I picked it up on Blu-ray. They came out with like a special edition, a cool steelbook or something from Best Buy.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty dope.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
They need to bring, honestly, all of his older stuff out.
Yeah.
You don't see it nearly enough, and it's
because
good.
all he's known for now is when you say Peter Jackson, it's like, oh, Lord of the Rings.
Or King Kong.
Yeah, King Kong.
Because, of course, Universal Studios still has the Kong ride.
Yeah.
The 3D ride.
I didn't know he did Lovely Bones.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's another kind of out of form.
Yeah. That was a really good one, too.
Yeah.
That one's awesome.
It really is. It's a heartbreaker, but definitely really good. Mark Wahlberg's in that, right?
Marky Mark.
The dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So are we all done? Are we moving into plugging stuff already?
Plugging stuff and talking about random things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to plug something from our boy Vic. He has a podcast. He's starting off, kind of. It's called Buster Jean's Chat on the Ride back from Disneyland. Yeah, it's a podcast. You can find it on SoundCloud. On his SoundCloud, actually. Admiral Atlas 1, the number 1.
I actually was listening to that this morning.
Yeah, I was too. Or the other when you sent me the link.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Got some. He's a real big
Disney guy.
as am I. But yeah, it was really cool listening to that. So